Alright, so we're going to set up here a simple, easy little aquarium. This is just a small 5-gallon. This is like something anybody can do here. And it's pretty simple, easy to set up, as I said. You just need a few things. Pretty simple. Simple as the thing here. It's simple. Simple. Okay, so you're going to need an aquarium, acrylic, glass, whatever you'd like, depending on your budget. And then you can get a sponge filter or a small hang-on back. I would recommend a sponge filter. They're more versatile for smaller aquariums. And then you could do a light, and then you can put anything you want inside of it. And a heater, of course. But I'm going to keep this one unheated because what I'm going to be stocking with it does not require a heater. But do look at whatever you're deciding to stock it with. Look at the care requirements for that and base your budget off of that as well. So here we got our aquarium. Make sure you can clean it with a little bit of rubbing alcohol just to get anything off of it before you set this up. And get it in place, make sure it's all level where you want it and everything before you start filling it. And the first thing we're going to do is just put the sponge filter in here, which is pretty easy. That's that. So, in addition to the sponge filter, sorry, I forgot to mention, but you also need a air pump to run the sponge filter because that's how they're run. Okay, so we've got our little sponge filter here, and obviously a length of airline hosing. And it's pretty simple. This little nozzle thing right here, it's a little attachment here. You just slip the airline hosing onto it, and as you can see, I don't know if you've noticed before, but it's sometimes hard to get the airline hosing over a thing like that. There's two options. You can either heat up the air hosing with just a little bit of water, a little bit of warm water, or lighter. Or what I do is I just cut the airline hosing at an angle, and then you can just slide it right on over the top of it, much easier. Let's do this one-handed maneuver. There we go. And then this is like the riser tube thing. I'm just going to slide this over the air hosing onto the top. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, we got that on there. And so if you like the kind of shenanigans that I do like this, you should probably subscribe to the channel. It would be much appreciated. And if you're enjoying this video, please leave a like. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is just fit this right into the aquarium, nothing special. And let's go. Oakley dokley. Sorry about all the glare here, but I've just put it in the aquarium here, and I've got the airline hosing running over here. And the next step is to simply just attach this to your air pump. I'm gonna hide my air pump down here out of sight. And if you would like, you can attach a check valve. I do notice that check valves do reduce the airflow through the pipe, so if you really are concerned about backflow, just situate your air pump above the edge of the tank and you won't have any back siphon. But I am not concerned about it. It's very unlikely for backflow to happen if the pump stops. And then next thing we're going to do after we attach the air pump is start adding things to the aquarium. So I just put these little puck lights on top for the minute so you can see what's happening. Because my main light, it's a 4-foot LED shop light. It's usually hanging above it up here. There was some electrical fire kind of thing, explosion. So I'm gonna have to replace it. So currently I do not have a light on it, but you can easily just buy a small LED light. If you want, you can do this, but it kind of looks a little, well, yeah, not so good, but just buy a small, nice LED light. Usually a nice white spectrum. This is a little yellow, but a nice, cool white, like 5,000 Kelvin. Should do very well for growing plants, and it will make the aquarium look nice. It's almost like daylight. So, as you can see, I put the gravel in there. You watch me do that. Next thing is to fill it up. Alright, now it's time to fill her up. Alright, so we've got the tank filled up. There's just some bubbles on the glass. Clean this off if you want, but they'll just go away over time. So, next thing is to dechlorinate, since I just added water into it and there's nothing in here already, so dechlorinate, and then I'm going to add beneficial bacteria from a different tank. And I recommend Fritz if you don't have a pre-cycled filter somewhere or another aquarium. And then you can add, at this point, whatever you'd like. So you can add plants, and then you can add decorations or wood or whatever you want. But do wait the full cycle period until adding livestock of any sorts, because we don't want to damage the livestock or cause a problem. So let's get her done. Alright, so turned the sponge filter on here, as you can see. Sorry about the reflection. Move that there. So yeah, I turned the sponge filter on and now she's running. See, some debris is stuck to it already. But next thing here is to throw some cycled media from another fish tank in there. I already talked about this, but I've got a little jug of it waiting, so let's dump her in. Alright, so at this point everything is ready to run its course. I've added a few floating plants here. Add some beneficial bacteria. You can see there's just some roots stuck to the filter there. But once we're done waiting for the cycle period to go, which is around about a month or so, you can begin adding livestock. And then that's up to you, whatever you want to do. So I hope this video was either helpful or you enjoyed it. We did set up a nice little simple, easy to maintain aquarium here, low tech. So that's it. See these beautiful floaters.